I have a little something for you guys planned today. The video is a little delayed, I believe a day or two. But anyways, we have an Evo that is pushing around 700 horsepower to the crank. The owner has not yet disclosed his actual horsepower to the wheels, and that's okay. His vehicle, you know what I'm saying. But a little surprise for you guys, a little something different. I know we did a little slightly overview on my C30, but that has nothing to do with the Evo. It doesn't even compare as far as horsepower or anything like that. So it's going to be exciting. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty, Mr. Kevo, what are we working with here?
So here we have my 2013 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution GSR. Currently on full bolt-ons, all engine, not built yet, just all supporting mods. I just have a couple of aesthetics, so I have carbon fiber hood and fenders, coilovers, which I'm going to be doing air suspension next week, and yeah, that's about it. Just full bolt-ons, a few aesthetics, and that's where she sits right now.
How many miles are on this?
Currently like 102, like 102K.
Gotcha. Now you're the second owner, correct?
Third.
Third, okay.
Yeah, so it was abandoned at a dealership. They had it there for like 8 years. I came, I made an offer, they took it, I have it.
Hell yeah, dude. You don't mind me asking how much you get it for?
Yeah, so because it had alignment issues, electrical issues, stereo issues, I got it for like 25 flat.
And you fixed all that yourself, correct?
Yes, correct.
Now you do like electrical work, I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
So that's a little different, I'd say, because not a lot of people are into electrical work. So, you mind if we look under the hood?
Yeah, of course.
Everybody would ask. And just to show you guys that it is carbon fiber, I actually helped them install this, and by help I mean I ended up removing 4 screws because I had a haircut appointment that morning. But full carbon fiber, full bolt-ons. It's crazy. Now it is a fact that you are sponsored, correct?
Yeah, so Mishimoto sponsored me, and then Fitment Industries, I'm an ambassador for them. So basically, if anybody buys through them with my link, I just get paid for it, essentially.
That's crazy.
And I'm under review for sponsorship with other companies as of right now as well.
Damn. Give us a little walkthrough of what we're looking at here for people who don't know.
So essentially, full bolt-ons. So I am running a Garrett turbo in the back, which you can barely see it. Then I have a tubular manifold made by MAP Performance. Their cold air intake as well. And I'm also running their oil cooler, air separator there. And then I have a Mishimoto power steering reservoir. I believe this is a K&N intercooler pipe. And I'm also running a MAP intercooler, 3.5 inch. And fuel. Yeah, I almost overlooked that one. So I'm running, I believe, 1500cc injectors. I have an AMS fuel rail, a fuel lab, fuel pressure regulator. I do have a Cobb 3-port axis control booster somewhere back there. A lot of it's kind of hidden. If you were to see this, I mean, this is kind of like how they look from factory. Besides that, I also upgraded the valve cover because these come in plastic. So I got it in aluminum because all the heat that it generates, it will melt it in the summer, which is also why I got the hood. I didn't really get it because of the looks. I got it because of these vents because it helps a lot with the heat management. And I think lastly, I mean, of course, for my sponsors, I have their radiator hose piping, which is all silicone. And I mean, it's a lot harder for it to like dry rot, kind of like the OEM ones that it comes with.
Yeah. They become brittle, and these are a lot better quality. Blow off valve.
So that's tile. I didn't mention that because that's the one thing that the car came with when I got it.
Interesting.
So yeah, but it's a tile blow valve.
Now, with your experience with the blow off valve, I know you didn't do it yourself, but
I mean, it's really plug and play. It's kind of like putting a cold air intake on. You just put it through, because it goes connected with the cold air intake, and I believe the intercooler down there, and then it has this little like hose here that goes into the intake manifold.
Gotcha.
But it's really plug and play. I mean, it's more for sound. I've never really changed it. Like a lot of Evo guys that I've met, they have the same exact one.
Gotcha.
But I didn't really mess with it just because I already had it when I bought it.
This is like your typical go-to blow-off valve for Evos, I guess.
I guess you could say so. Like I have like 4 or 5 Evo buddies, and they have the exact same one.
Okay, I gotcha. Now you did mention sound, and thankfully to Mr. Keevo here, he'll be providing a few clips that he's accumulated over the span of his ownership. How long have you had this now?
Going on for a year and a half now.
And what would you say is the least thing that you enjoy about the car?
Honestly, nothing. I mean, it comes down to personal preference because this is my dream car, and I've owned many cars in the past. Like I've had a Turbo Civic modified 370Z 4 bolt-on. I've have a 400 horsepower Mazda Speed 3. But this is the car that I've enjoyed out of all the cars I've ever owned. Like I have a lifted truck as well, but there's nothing else that I enjoy more than this car. So like as a personal preference, there's nothing that I don't like.
Gotcha.
Like I daily this car. I just brought it back from Florida from a 20-hour drive, and yeah, I mean, I don't get bored of it.
Yeah. And again, you do all the work yourself for the most part, which is pretty freaking amazing.
Yeah, so the only thing that I've ever taken this car to a shop for is to get the exhaust welded on, because I do have a custom exhaust. So I have a valve exhaust on. But besides that, I've done everything myself, from installing the turbo to swapping out all the parts, doing down pipes, injectors, suspension, the body work, which you helped me with, and even like the custom electronics that I did on the inside, because I do have a few custom things inside as well. But yeah, like out of everything that I've done to this car, the only time that I've taken it to the shop is to get tuned and to get the exhaust welded on.
Now, for the exhaust work, what do we got back here?
So the main special part is the catback, which it has 2 Varix 3 inlet, 4.5 outlet mufflers. So essentially they're valve mufflers. So what they do is that they have a butterfly valve inside, and so essentially when they're closed, it silences the car, so it sounds like a stock car. You know, it won't make noise. It won't alert police or anything. It's for street use.
Yeah.
And then when you open the butterflies, it'll essentially be straight pipe, so there will be no restriction to airflow, and it'll of course be louder, which is more for track use.
Gotcha. Yeah. That makes sense. Now, have you tracked the car?
Never.
Okay.
I've never dogged it, never tracked it. Like I literally built it, but I just daily drive it. I just like to enjoy the ride.
Yeah, so this is your puppy.
Basically.
It's not like, you don't work it hard, I guess you can say, but I know you have done a few pulls and following your social media, and I will post that up on the video. You can see like it's quick, dude. It's pretty quick. I mean, how many to the wheels? How much to the wheels?
To the wheel, it made 516 on E70. It was like the peak of winter, so we couldn't find E85 at the time, so I just had to settle with E70. Okay. So on E85, I'm not sure what it's running, but it does have a flex fuel on it, so I can swap from like E85 to 93 whenever I want.
Gotcha. Okay. Now your tuning was done by
More Automotive.
Okay.
Yeah, so they used to be in Gainesville. I've heard they're relocating, but they're like the go-to for Evos. Like if I would trust anybody with my Evo, it would be them.
Gotcha. Sweet. Mind if we take a look inside?
Of course.
Cool. Give us a quick rundown, if you don't mind, of the interior here. I see a lot going on.
All right. So for the interior, you're looking at, the driver's seat, what moves this machine essentially. So you
Gotcha.
have 5 gauges. I do like to have a lot of gauges. It just gives that racy feeling, even though I don't race. So you have, the essentials. You have your oil pressure, boost, E85 content. You have your air fuel ratio, and then the last one is a clock, which it doesn't even work. I just put it there to like cover the hole.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because it came with the pillar. And then in the middle, which is some of my like actual custom work, you see 3 switches. So one of them is wired to a PA system, which I have just because why not?
Okay. Yeah.
The second one is wired into the exhaust, which I have remotes to open them and close them, but there's a separate system that you have to connect to make them work.
Yeah, which is what you were saying with the valve mufflers.
Exactly.
Correct.
And then the middle one is not wired yet because that's where I'm going to be hooking up the air suspension next week.
Speaking of which, sorry, the camera's working funky, but you did mention that earlier with the air suspension. Now that was bought out of pocket by yourself.
Yep.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So as far as the sponsors go, like I have been giving discounts, but I haven't been getting anything for free.
Gotcha.
And of course that's not really my goal. Like when I spoke with them, like I told them like my goal really wasn't to like I want to get free stuff, free parts. Like I just want exposure, like I just want to share the car with the world. So I mean, of course, for them to make it legal, they have to give at least a discount or something. But yeah, my sponsorship mainly consists of discounts.
All right.
But I do it more for the exposure, just to like share the car with the world type thing.
Gotcha.
So yeah, everything on this car has been like purchased by myself, just slowly.
So the point of this car, I guess, sponsors, and because you have been to a car show and I attended that, I saw you there, hung out for a little bit. So the point is not to quote unquote get big or obtain money, right? Your goal is just to share your passion and enjoy what you like doing. Like I said, electrical work and
Yeah, just like
car.
share the passion, meet new people, meet more car people per se. That's really it. Like I'm not looking to like get money or fame or anything out of it. I just want to like become part of the community, if you know what I mean.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's like meet new people essentially.
Now let's address the elephant in the room. Why the welder's mask?
So to begin with, I am camera shy. I'm not gonna lie. But second, usually when I'm working on this car, I wear a jumpsuit and this mask. Mainly because 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna be grinding something out of it. So of course I'm gonna be using this mask, and it's just kind of became my watermark. So that's why I wear it. Because 1, I'm shy, and 2, it's my watermark.
Gotcha.
So
hey man, yeah, I can dig it. It looks pretty sick if you ask me. So let's get a passenger POV. These are the parts that you do have, correct, installed on the car?
yeah, so that's my shopping list as of right now, and I just slapped them under because for the car show, it would just look good to see what's on the car.
Right. It's pretty cool, man. And this is custom by yourself, correct?
Yeah, so I do have a sticker machine. Story behind that, I did try to contact a couple of people to make this sticker for me.
Yeah.
They never got back to me, and I wanted it for the show, so I just went, bought a machine myself, designed it myself, and here it is.
Hell yeah, man. That's pretty sick. Pulled the trigger and it worked out.
Yep.
How tall are you, if you don't mind me asking? How comfortable is the car?
So I'm 5'6",
Okay.
and to me, it's really comfortable. So Evos, everybody knows that they come with Recaros. So those are actually stock bucket seats. But I've owned many bucket seats before in the past with my other cars, and these are actually really comfortable. Like I said, I just came from a 20-hour drive 2 weeks ago in this car, and yeah, I mean, I have back issues, but it wasn't hurting at all with this car.
It's awesome. 20 hours nonstop, correct?
Yep.
It's crazy. My man's a soldier. Literally. Literally, my man's served. Thank you for your service, my man.
And thank you for your support.
Another question. Do you mind turning it on so we can get a little sound here?
Yeah, of course.
That's insane, dude. That's insane. All right.
That's not really gunning it, because of course we're here.
So I'm 5'8". I'm in a passenger seat, and it is comfortable. The bucket seats hold you tight, and this. God damn. All right, this guy earlier said that it does not feel like it's 700, around 700 to the crank, and that's definitely BS because I'm feeling every bit of it. That is ridiculous. First time being in here, actually, by the way, and that is a fact. If you ask him, he'll tell you the same thing. All-wheel drive, you feel every freaking bit of it. It's lovely. Oh my god, interior is amazing. You guys can see the purple tint too, so that's a little different taste. Usually, you look at black tint, and sure, it's cool and all, but it changes the aesthetic on the interior, which is amazing. He's also got a fire extinguisher. I feel like this guy has, in fact, tracked it before, and he's just lying. But
Can never be too safe.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. This is awesome. This is your PA system.
Yeah, so essentially that turns on right here, and then I'll just turn it on, and I can either or I can just speak into it.
Dude, that's sick. You did all the wiring yourself. Again, you're like an electrician, dude.
Yeah, so everything awesome. I've done it myself. And yeah, and this is where I mount my camera gear because I also do videos as a hobby.
Yeah, again, he'll be fingers crossed, right? He'll be providing that stuff for us.
You want to go for another spin with you in the back?
We can try that.
Yeah, you can just push it all to the right.
Got the little penguin. I saw that at the car show.
Oh yeah, that's Mishimoto's mascot. They sent me that.
This got a Harry Potter wand. It's freaking. That is from the Florida trip, correct?
Nah, that's for when somebody wants to race me on the highway and I just, abracadabra there.
All right. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. I also have a bad knee here, so. Again, the purple one that's in. It's freaking awesome. God damn. Absolutely insane.
All 300 ponies.
That is all 7 of them. All 700 ponies.
Me and my buddy have like an inside joke. Every time somebody asks, we just say we're running like 300 horses. Even though I'm running like 700 to the crank and he's running like 1,000 to the crank.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's an inside joke. We always just say we are like pushing like 350.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's spacious back there. And even though it's on coils right now, it doesn't really I was gonna scrape or anything with people in the back.
I was going to say, there's a lot of coilovers that kind of bounce you back and forth. But that does not seem to be the case. We'll just have one final look around. Koenig. What wheels are this, by the way?
I believe they're heliograms. I do know they start with an H. I did get them myself because they came with stocks and I didn't like them.
Gotcha.
So I got them because they're flow form, so they're essentially very strong, durable, and lightweight. So they're I believe they were like 5 pounds lighter than my stock wheels, so that's why I went with these.
Gotcha.
Because I was going for looks, but also power. I just wanted to get the most out of my tuning session, so that's why when I did all the work, I did everything at once.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So, yeah.
Gotcha. Brembo rotors, calipers.
Yeah, it comes with those stock as well from factory.
Gotcha. Okay. So that hasn't been touched.
No, so brakes hasn't been touched. And internals.
Okay.
So essentially, like, if I want to get any more power out of this car, like, yes or yes, I have to start doing internals. Cause that's the only thing. Like, everything else, I've already touched it on this car, basically.
Yeah, I gotcha. And I'm glad those brakes work fine because I felt like I was gonna fucking die. So, final thoughts, comments, Mr. Keevo? Anything you'd like to say to any of the viewers or anybody who's looking for an Evo?
Well, if you're looking for an Evo, get it, do it. You have one life, you know, why not? And then second, you guys are already watching this, so just make sure you support my buddy Waldo. Like and subscribe to his channel and mine as well, even though I don't have one, but I have a TikTok if you guys want.
Yes, sir. And I'll be adding that to the description and on the actual clip itself. So don't worry about that.
But
do it before TikTok gets banned, by the way.
For sure. If not, I got Instagram too.
Yeah. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, MySpace. What is that other one? Foursquare.
AOL.
Yeah. Go way back. Yeah. Well, I appreciate the time, and I know again the number is just a gray area per se when it comes to like horsepower, because that is disclosed information. That's from like Area 51 information, right? So.
Yeah, so as I was telling him, I haven't mentioned my horsepower numbers to like anywhere socially on social media or anything at all. So you guys are the first ones to hear it, I guess.
Well, we're still a small channel, so I'm sure only a couple people will see this. So again, Keevo, I appreciate your time, your fuel, your gas.
Of course, I appreciate you guys for watching too, and make sure you support my buddy Waldo. If you guys are already looking at this video, why not support him too?
Hey, appreciate it. Maybe in the future video we might get this 800 quote unquote, imaginary horsepowers up against this one day. Maybe I get a 2-mile head start, then you come up. But we'll see what happens. So